Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Gemini 13 here, coming at you with another Gemini Airport, Charlotte Douglas International. This is a little different, and I'll explain why there's a JetBlue plane here. It's not because of my huge freaking obsession of JetBlue, which is going to go on for the rest of my life, but there's reasons. I just started here because it's JetBlue Airways' favorite airline, #1 fan in the world, so we got to start right there. And so before we actually get started, I'll show you what's going on here. So let that focus. So right now, let me put it on this little stand so it's easier. So at Charlotte, JetBlue parks in Terminal D, Concourse D. It's referred to Terminal D. It's kind of like the luxurious terminal. Every other one of them is called concourse or concourses. But since this is like the luxurious, it has to be something different. So Terminal D is usually the preference of how you refer to it. But what I'm doing is every wide body gate I have at this airport, I'm basically just making it as replicating the Terminal D, because I'll never be able to do a full straight out CLT exact terminal layout. So this is basically just modeling after Terminal D. It's just the whole wide body gates. Right here is going to represent Concourse B in Charlotte, which is basically all the narrow body gates. Over here, this is representing the Concourse A in Charlotte. Right here is representing Concourse E for the U.S. Airways Express aircraft. And then when I get to my expansion, I'll save money to buy another one of these so it can represent Concourse C, as in Charlie. And then we can get into action. So I'm just going to put the camera right here on these two deltas for no apparent reason. I just need to open these blinds so we can attract a little more light. But anyways, what you're looking at right now is like you talk to the extra student. You're looking at this is basically my overnight stand. So how you remember how the express planes used to be in that area, but this is now the overnight stand. Now I just kind of put extra deltas here because we get about 5 Delta A320s for overnight. Usually it's always 4, but depending on days it could be 5. It really, they're Minneapolis, Detroit, Atlanta, Salt Lake City, and usually an extra Atlanta. So it really just depends. One new thing that opened up was basically my dual taxiway system, which is very efficient. So basically this aircraft is trying to get to runway 33 left, which I'll take you over there soon. He doesn't have to go on the main taxiway, and then it causes confusion from this aircraft that just landed. So he can wait here. Once he goes, far enough, and then he'll come down here, park in his gate, and then finally he can move out. So it's just a nice, efficient way to get things started. So yes, I did sacrifice the hangar, but I'll bring it back later. It's not like it was the most important thing. I mean, it was realistic and everything, but I want to keep it more realistic to replicating, everything. So we'll get started with with runway 33 right, and we'll start at the U.S. Airways Boeing 757-200. This aircraft is heading to Philadelphia. U.S. Airways A319 Allegheny, and this aircraft is flying to Norfolk, Virginia. U.S. Airways Boeing 737-400 with service to Fort Lauderdale. JetBlue Airways, this is my favorite old or classic tail. Now classic tails are Harlequin. We got dots, we have bubbles, we have mosaic, we have stripe, we have window pane, and so on. And then all the new generations. But anyways, this is my favorite, hands down favorite classic. But favorite overall is blueberries. I don't know if you follow Instagram, but everything is blueberries, everything. But anyways, U.S. Airways Express. This is the old America West livery. Well, just retro heritage anyway. This aircraft is heading over to sorry, why did I say Columbus? I have an obsession with Blue Jackets. So anyways, this aircraft is heading up to Richmond, Virginia, and then it'll be back to head over to St. Louis and then to Phoenix, back to where it began its journey. We're just going to work on the planes that are actually fully rolling here. So this A320 actually just landed on runway 33 right. It's just going to park over at gate A2. This aircraft, it did arrive from Boston Logan. So over here, I'm going to slide us over here. And this U.S. Airways A319. Now, we don't get A319 flights from Phoenix because it's our hub. So we only have like one A320 flight, and the rest are on A321s, which we're not surprised here. Talking about Charlotte, but this aircraft just arrived from Kansas City, but it went Phoenix, Kansas City, Charlotte, and it's going to do the same thing, just reverse. So Charlotte, Kansas City, Phoenix, and so on, whatever it wants to do from there. We did a lot of talking over here, so you're pretty familiar with this little joint over here. You can call. We have a U.S. Airways Airbus 321, my favorite Airbus plane, hands down. He's going to taxi to 33 left for departure to Phoenix, Arizona. And we'll slide down to the Philadelphia Eagles plane. This aircraft made a flight today from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and it's going to park at gate A6. Southwest Airlines, the new kid on the block. Sorry about that. Just arrived from they just arrived from Houston Hobby. Sorry, I just want to make sure I got the right plane on the right runway type, all that good stuff. But it did just arrive on that runway. It's gonna wait over there just a little bit in like the little open area because the 733 is gonna push back fairly shortly. And like I said, I already covered these two boys, the overnighters, guys sleeping over. U.S. Airways A321. He is in line for departure to Las Vegas, Nevada. U.S. Airways Cactus 704 Heavy with service to Paris, France. I was about to say Frankfurt. Oh my goodness, that's not good. But yeah, so he's gonna. He's fourth in line. Right now, here's PSA, the A319 PSA, primarily, of course, speaking, heading to Detroit. And we have a U.S. Airways A320 who serves Salt Lake City. And we're going to get like a quick little nose view, but this aircraft, he's just about to finish his lineup, heading to San Francisco, California. All right, now let's work over here. So JetBlue operates at gate D4 in Charlotte. So I mean, I know it's not D4, it says A21, but this is what it would be like. So we have a JetBlue A320. And I was at the airport today, and I saw the Dots A320, and I kind of screwed up everything. I got a decent picture of it landing where I found a new location around runway 23, which is, if you're not familiar, is a diagonal runway. And then I went over to this other spot I usually go to, and I got yelled at a couple times to not spot there. I just hide in the car, just wait in the car until the plane takes off. And then as I open the door and just sit there, I hear a plane coming, and I'm like, this can't be it. It doesn't take for another 10 minutes, and it's gone. And I just sit there, literally just stare. I mean, I probably could have had time to get my camera out, but I literally just kind of looked at it with shock. It was a pretty takeoff. It was beautiful. It was an E190 heading to Boston. So we'll have this plane. I can't remember if I had the other. Oh, we'll have okay, this will be John F. Kennedy because I'm pretty sure I said that was Boston. I can't remember. I have very bad memory every now and then, so pardon that. But it's okay. It's okay to have two Boston flights or whatever we had two of. It's good. U.S. Airways 737-400 with service to Jacksonville, Florida. Now, I skipped this fella. This is the U.S. Airways A320 back out, or pushed back from gate A3, as you can see. He is heading to Portland, Oregon. We have a U.S. Airways Piedmont A319 with service to Myrtle Beach. A little jetway issue. We got to get that rising. That's a little better. Much better. Much better. All right, now we're going to move our way down to the U.S. Airways A321. This aircraft is heading to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Not a familiar sight here, but we'll get them every once in a blue moon. This is the U.S. Airways A319. This aircraft, every time we'll get one of these planes, it comes from Phoenix no matter what. So he did Phoenix, JFK, Charlotte. So he's going to go back to JFK and then to Phoenix again. So that's kind of the routine for those type planes. We don't get the West A319s because the contract, so they can't really switch planes, etc. That's a long story. But U.S. Airways A321 was service to Seattle, Tacoma. U.S. Airways A321 was service to San Diego. And U.S. Airways A321 was service to Los Angeles, California. U.S. Airways Boeing 767-200. It's a nice little view with a kind of a little bit of reflection. This aircraft is heading to Philadelphia. Lufthansa Heavy Flight 429, of course, to the beautiful Munich area. The gate is almost pushed out, and he will be pushing back momentarily just the last few items to get on board this aircraft, and he'll be rolling down to Munich. We're going to take this over here, and we're going to start with this U.S. Airways 757. This aircraft arrived from St. Martin today. It is going to Baltimore, Washington. U.S. Airways 767-200 was service to the Rio de Janeiro area. You can see the gate. He just arrived from Orlando, and just get the gate once he comes to a complete stop, and then we'll be on serving and just getting everything ready for the flight, 10 o'clock flight to Rio. This gate always messes with me. This is, and I don't have anything to say about this one, but this is that's not bad. Whatever. Anyway, this aircraft is kind of just doing other flights that it can right now, because like I told you, we don't really have that two A330-200s running right now, but he's here, and we'll just have him say he just landed from Philly. U.S. Airways A330-300 was serviced to the, don't know how he still had this little fella out here, was serviced to Frankfurt, Germany as flight 705, and sliding you over to the other big boy, U.S. Airways A330-300 was serviced to London Heathrow. So that's going to wrap this up. So this was a nice longer video, I think. I think this was a more enjoyable one. I don't have mess ups. I think my problem is I just don't concentrate. I'm just sitting there. But we're not done yet, because I do want to get to the Express guys. But this was a good update. So let's finish it out strong. U.S. Airways Express Dash 100. This aircraft is heading to Roanoke. I just dropped my hat. U.S. Airways CRJ 200 was serviced to Ottawa. U.S. Airways, we're going to start with these 900s, and then we'll get to the 700. The 900 on the top. That aircraft is heading to Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, yeah. I think I got that right. I don't want to be like an idiot, but I'm pretty sure it's Omaha. I know it's Omaha, sorry. And this other aircraft, this is heading to Pensacola, Florida. The CRJ 700 is heading to Des Moines. Whew. Like, I know my states. In civics and everything, I get hundreds and all of that, but man, I get that brain fart in there. That's not going to help, is it? No, not really. This is a Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-300, flight 1336 with service to Baltimore. And our only daily United A320, the most impressive daily flight we ever have, is on a 320. And it's gone. But anyways, this aircraft is heading to Chicago, Illinois. The Air Canada Jazz CRJ 200, saw that today, and the green one actually specifically, is heading to Toronto. Sorry. Then we have a Delta A320 heading to Atlanta, Delta A320 heading to Minneapolis, and a Delta A319 heading to Detroit. And I didn't want to go over a few of the planes because I have the other planes in second pushes. So, like for example, this aircraft will be heading to DFW, and then I have other planes coming back in the push, so there'll be another flight to Houston Intercontinental. We have a DCA flight. We have everything in the next push. This push is primarily West Coast flights, European and Caribbean. So if I didn't hit your city up, I'll get to you next time. But like I said, I don't try to screw people over, and I try to get some of their cities, but when we have certain pushes, that you got to get it done, and you got to get it done. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the different layout. Well, not different layout, but just how it's set up now. So thank you for watching, guys. Bye.